What's up guys, it's me Lego Paradise here, and today I'm going to show you how to build this Lego Christmas tree. As you can see, it's decorated with all sorts of different Christmas decorations that extend all the way around the whole tree. And these decorations include some multicoloured Christmas lights, some baubles that hang from each branch of the Christmas tree, and of course, no Christmas tree would be complete without the bright yellow star on the top. And you can see that my Lego Christmas tree is also perfectly minifigure scaled, which means it looks great alongside your Lego minifigures. So let's take a look at the pieces you're going to need to build it. We'll build the Christmas tree in two parts. First we'll build the tree itself, and for the second part we'll add the Christmas decorations. So here are all the pieces you're going to need to build the actual tree itself. And you'll need exactly 30 of these Lego flower stem pieces. And these will make up the branches and leaves of the Christmas tree. So once you have your pieces, you can start off by making the branches of the Christmas tree, and we'll make them from the bottom up. So of course the lower branches are thicker and therefore use more stems. And we'll just make 3 Lego flower stems on top of each other to create the bottom branches. Quite simple, like this. And you build 4 of these branches for the lower level. So now you have your 4 lower branches. You should have used 12 of your Lego plant stems, and you should still have 18 remaining. And now we can continue building the next layer of branches, and this layer only requires 2 plant stems to be stacked on top of each other. And a little tip which makes them look a little bit better is, you see how not all 3 of the branches are the same height? You have one branch that is slightly lower and one stem that is slightly higher. It's just a good idea to mix up the higher stems and just place them in between where the 2 lower stems are on the other side. And then that way, of course, the lower stem will go where the higher stem is. And this just makes it look a little bit more balanced and even. And of course, you need to build 4 of these as well. So when you've built the next layer of branches, you should be left with just 10 more Lego flower stem pieces. So now we can start to assemble the trunk of the Christmas tree. And for this you will need 4 of these 1x1 bricks with the studs on 5 surfaces. And you position these not so they're parallel to each other, but so you just angle it so it's at a roughly 45-degree angle to the corner of the other one. So it should produce this really cool effect that looks a bit spiky when you look at it from this way. And again, making sure that none of them are in line. This is very important to get the right effect with the branches. And there you have your tree trunk. And you can extend it with another one of these bricks if you want, or I've used a Lego fez piece to create a little flower pot where you can plant your Christmas tree. And now you can start to attach all of the branches that you've been making. So we can start off by just attaching the 3 long stem pieces at the bottom, and they just go on nicely. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. You don't have to worry too much about their position at the moment. Just make sure they're all roughly in the same place, they're all the same way up, because I think this will look a little bit neater in the end when you have the final Christmas tree. And you can see it's looking a little bit spiky at the moment, but this is why we've positioned the second brick to go and cover the gap, because now when we attach the second set of branches, which are the ones with 2 flower stems on them, they should cover up the gap that you've made there and just make it look a little bit more rounded and of course a little bit more like a real life Christmas tree. And again, just attach them so they're all the way around, and you can see that already starts to look a whole lot nicer. And then for the last 2 layers, we'll just use a single row of these flower stems, and for that you can just attach them however you want. But again, it's a good idea to just do them equal. So for example, if you have the longer stem to the right, you have the shorter stem to the left on every side, because then this covers up the gap nicely and will look nice in the final result. So you can see we've almost finished, just a couple more around this layer of the branches of the tree. And there we go. So now we have the main branches sorted, and you can see it looks much better against a non-green background. But you can sort of see the general shape of the tree. And now we can start to build the very top of the tree. And this is quite simple to build. We just need a Lego bar piece. It doesn't have to be 3 long. Really, it can be as short as you want, as long as the bar fits through here. And a 1x1 round stud with a bar gap in the middle, or a bar hole. And you can just slide the stud on upside down. And here's where you can attach your last 2 Lego flower stem pieces. And again, you attach them upside down on top of the 1x1 stud. And to cover up the gap, you just attach it so it's not completely in line, but again, produces this almost round effect. And you can sort of see that now you've used these pieces with the studs on all the sides, they actually have another gap in there, and this is where you can slide the entire structure together and just spin it around until it fits nicely. You might have to just readjust a few of your branch pieces, and you can see how that ends up looking like a nice little conifer tree. So now that you have your Christmas tree built, it's time to decorate it. And of course you can use whatever Lego pieces you want to decorate your Christmas tree. But here are the exact parts you'll need if you want to make your tree look the exact same as my version. And in case you can't tell what this piece is, this is simply just a normal Lego headlight brick in transparent clear. And I'll leave a link in the description as to which sets you can find this piece in this transparent colour, if you don't already have it. So once you have your pieces, we'll first start off by building the Christmas lights that go all the way around the Christmas tree. So to build the lights, it's quite simple. You'll just need a whole bunch of different colour transparent 1x1 studs. And you just attach these in different places along the middle of each flower stem on the Christmas tree to make them look like they've been placed in a random order. It's really easy, you just press them down and space the different colours apart from each other to make them look really nice. So we just use some red ones, and let's attach some yellow studs now. And it's a good idea to attach a stud opposite to where you attached the one on the other side, because when you look at the Christmas tree, you won't notice the other one unless you turn it around. And there you can see it looks like they're spaced out evenly. And just vary it up by placing a few on the bottom, and you might notice that some of these branches might snap off, but that's okay. That's just because these Lego flower stem pieces are made of a special kind of plastic that is a bit more rubbery than the normal Lego plastic that they use in most of the parts, and because of that it doesn't stay on as well, and you might see that these branches might sometimes snap off. But again, it's really easy to reattach them, so that's not too much of a problem. And you can see how, because we're spacing them out, spacing the different colours out, making sure none of them are too much in the same area, it's looking like these lights are placed in actually random order, which is great. This is the exact effect you want to achieve with your Lego Christmas tree. So let's just continue placing them. There's only a few more colours left, and we can finish up by filling in all of the gaps with some blue studs. And I find that this combination of transparent Lego studs works best on the Christmas tree because these are the most visible colours, and therefore they look the best because they stand out from all the other colours on the Christmas tree. And now you can see that sort of looks like a bunch of Christmas lights are wrapped around the entire tree. And they also fill up the gap that the studs on the flower stems would have otherwise left. So now we can attach the hanging baubles that hang all the way across the tree. So we can start off by taking some Lego cherry pieces, because even though these are meant to represent cherries or grapes, they also work really well as Christmas baubles. And you see this little gap that's smaller than a Lego bar width, but it's perfect to go on these flower stems. So again, this is a really cool use of these pieces. And I'm really happy with how I've managed to make full use of all of these different parts. And of course, these can be a bit tricky, but the general idea of spacing the different colours out so they're not too similar and not too close to each other is still the same. You can first start off by just sliding them on and making sure that they're all spaced out nicely. But of course, you might have to rearrange some of these just to end up looking a little bit nicer. And it can be quite tricky to place these in the right order, but you'll see if you just place these roughly spaced apart from each other, it should still look quite nice. And let's just place one of the green baubles on the bottom. And now in the spaces, we can add some red baubles. And if LEGO bring out some different colours of these grape or cherry pieces in the future, of course you can use even more colours for your LEGO baubles. So you can see they should just slide on the ends of the branches and fill up the gaps quite nicely. It's a good idea to just sometimes look at it from the top and also make sure that your tree looks good from every angle. So we'll just adjust one more and then we can move on to the final decoration. And that is the star on the very top. So to make the star, you'll need to grab both your transparent headlight brick and your star piece and just flip the headlight brick onto its side like this, so the little indent should be facing downwards along with the stud, and then take your star and just position it so it's directly in the middle. And it might be a bit tricky to just turn it around. Basically both of these ends or the points of the star should be equal in position, and that looks quite good. Now you can lift up your tree and attach the star on the very top. And of course it only works really in one direction, but at least from whatever way you have the star facing, the Christmas tree looks quite good. So now that you've finished decorating your LEGO Christmas tree, you can use it in your LEGO Christmas scenes. And you can see that your final complete LEGO Christmas tree works perfectly in your LEGO Christmas scenes and matches perfectly with a LEGO Santa minifigure. So I hope you enjoyed building your LEGO Christmas tree, and if you did, don't forget to let me know in the comments below, give the video a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time with some more LEGO creations. Thanks for watching and have a Merry Christmas.